Because the way they have that extra ret for the S&D to kind of jump up and down, actually I believe it's the bottom side. The bottom left corner of the map is the hard point. I believe that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I like how you can just hop up into the point from the back side as well as the front side.
Indeed.
Right off the rip, we're going to have a fair number of trades of kills as Florida is going to pick up 3 right out of the rip. And they're going to take this early time. You're going to see Teddy in the back here just kind of working his way around. Oh, this is going to confuse the hell out of me all game, honestly. Just where these guys going every which way.
And actually, LeMay, they're going to pull off that flank through that top broken area that we saw and talked about earlier. That's a really good route to hit if you want to clear people off P1. And so it looks like Maui Chums going to do a great job of actually getting back onto the hill after a great 2-piece there on the flank. And they will keep control of it as trades go down.
Yep, well, Maui pick up 3, I believe, there without any being traded back. So solid kind of possession in the area as Teddy's just wall banging the wall. Knowing Black Ops Cold War, that's probably wall bangable very easily. I mean, everything's wall bangable. Honestly, the stone walls in here are probably wall bangable in some form. As Epic Gamer is going to wrap around the back, P2 is going to be set up, and Florida is going to be here and ready. But it does look like they lost the back spawns, though.
Yes, as that kill comes through onto that back player, I believe that was AJ or Brooks in the back gold area. That's going to actually break the spawns now. And you can see that the way that the spawns are set up, it looks very simplistic, you know, wherever you're spawning is the opposite side of where they are spawning.
We got a player in here.
Yes, unfortunately, Walter has joined. That man is going to wreak havoc onto the main stage right now.
And, I mean, this is probably going to be a restart, I think, based on this, considering he's joined the fun.
And he's got a kill.
He's got a kill. So, yeah, somebody didn't set party invite only. It's kind of unfortunate.
Definitely not. I wonder how long it's going to take someone to realize this.
I'm kind of curious too because he's been killed too. So he's got a kill. He has been killed and he's still here.
Okay, now they're shooting each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Finally, it's gonna come through.
Yeah. So now the end game should come over and we should see a full restart here.
Yep, I do believe. Yeah.
Oh no.
I was like, you don't see that normally.
Yeah, I mean, he left the party, but I mean, if they really want to continue with this, they could, because I mean, at this point, it's basically a tie game if they wanted to continue here, but it does not look like the host is ending this.
It does. All right. I mean, it does look like they're playing it out so far.
It does look like they're playing it out. Yes.
So
you know what? If they want to keep it, then they can keep it. Their game.
Yep.
All right.
Teddy's coming in from the back. Big flank there, picking up the kill. This is the hard point that I was talking about earlier, whereas, I mean, you can't really cover a whole lot of angles, it does look like. But this is like, it reminds me of the slums points, honestly, and like, you just camp inside and then you just stare at an angle.
Yeah, but that angle that Zark was holding there actually kind of looks directly into the spawn of that team that's spawning in the back there. That's a really nice angle to hold if you can get onto it. But the hill is going to swap over now, and it looks like teams are going to battle it out here for the first points of the rotation.
Is that a circle?
It is a circle hill. It does look like.
Huh. I haven't seen one of those in a bit.
Yes, there's
I mean,
I
can't even say
point.
that. Raid has a circle.
A big circle hill as the first point. This guy doesn't even play the game, apparently. Or at least not Raid. But the headies on this point really make it easy for teams to shut down. Like B-Stuff right there, he was shouldering that one window heady that everybody hates. And Maui Chums is doing a really great job of setting up around the hill, not just inside of it, and maintaining that control throughout the map instead of just focusing on the point. They're doing a really good job of controlling the map and controlling the spawns in order to give themselves the best advantage to really push this game far.
Yep, well, Epic now on a 5-kill spree. He's currently 15-6, so the substitute going huge as he's trying to stay alive inside this point. This was another one where there's only really a couple ways in, couple ways out, and you have to come from one of these angles unless you drop down, but that fight will be won by Brooks. Pre-fire in as well onto Steph, so that's 2 kills for Brooks, picking up the time, just picking it up for his team as he will go down. The rest of Florida will step behind, I think, as they all finally come charging through. And the kills are going to go in Maui's favor.
And eventually the spawns are going to flip, so despite Maui managing to hold on to that time, the spawns are going to flip. Florida now going to be in a favorable spot for these spawns. The break is going to have to come in here as Brooks almost finds 2, and Maui are going to be able to grab these last remaining points and the spawns to hold on. as the rotation to P1 comes through. Really good job of controlling the map there. Again, just setting up around the point and getting Mixie in the hill when they need to, whenever Florida kind of breaks their presence into the hill.
Yep, there was an interesting, I guess, kind of split spawn because you had Florida spawning top left, Maui spawning bottom right, and then after I think Maui got halfway across the map, Florida started spawning top right. So that was kind of crazy in the way that the kind of flanks all just started going down, but we are wrapping back into P1. And it does look like Maui, they held a good amount of time on this in the first rotation, so we're going to see if it's going to repeat itself. So far, it's looking that way, as they've now built an 80-point lead so far.
Yes, and that's all due to the map control they have, and just like that, with only one player on the hill, they managed to find 3, just showing off that strong map control that they have, and at this point, they've actually managed to flip the spawns. Florida started off this rotation with the spawns towards P2, and you can see Florida is now trying to actually fight for these spawns. They want this rotation. They're just giving up the scraps as Zark is trying to make his move over here towards P2, but BOCW got to be able to find one AJ in position to get the trade. So this is going to be scrappy, but it looks like Maui's still managing to hold on to these spawns.
Yep, it doesn't look like anyone from Florida is getting out. Like, you need to get into that bottom right corner of the map, and so far they're all kind of training from the top left. So, I mean, you're just knocking on the front door, and you have a solid setup here from Maui. So I think Florida finally realizing, hey, maybe we have to go somewhere else. LeMay's going to be set up here up top as well with Teddy. And really just no one from Florida can get anywhere close to this right now, and Maui can almost win it on this hill.
Yeah, where are you going to go when Maui has such dominant control over these lanes? They have someone watching this middle lane. Actually, 2 players, Teddy and BOCW, are going to push out into this middle lane, while Epic Gamer and LeMay are still holding on to the point. So, truly, like, dominant map control, dominant lane control. There's really no place for Florida to really break in here, but we are going to have to see at least one more hill, as Maui Chums are not going to be able to close it out on this P2.
Yep, LeMay on a 5-kill spree as well, 21-14. Epic Gamer 26-10. Leaded the way for their teams. On the other side, you got Brooks and AJ both with 15 kills. As AJ working around the back here, looking for Epic, not going to be able to finish that kill, and is going to get caught on the reload as well. Epic runs out of ammo as well. LeMay will finally clean him up, but that was just kind of a back and forth.
Gunfight.
Brooks is going to using the backside to his advantage here, as he's going to not pick up either of them, actually. LeMay will chime in. But Florida's going to fight back, and they're going to possess this hill now for the next little bit.
Florida's doing a really good job right now of actually kind of using Maui's strength to their benefit. You know, they know Maui likes to control the map, so if they can just shelter up in this hill, force Maui to push into them, it really gives them the advantage. They don't really have to go for much map control until it comes time to rotate.
This is basically a full 60 out of Florida here, it looks like. Maui only needs one more second, though, so Florida has to go on this early rotate. They can't afford to give this up. BOCW's going to be here on the point. The kills are going to go Maui's way, and once this ticks over, this will be the end of the map. As there you go, Maui's going to finish it off. 250 to 138. It's going to Maui Chums.
Yeah, Maui did a really great job, as I said, the entire map, basically just holding down and locking down those lanes. It's pretty clear that they know the routes to take, and they know the spawns. It is going to be Florida starting off on the attack, but it looks like the names are switched. So we would just have to call it like it is, I suppose.
Yep, just say what you see, and then we'll fix it afterwards. Right out of the gate, AJ, look at this. Right off the rip. He wasn't even going to check it. He went straight for the bomb plant.
And BOCW's still there. Zark gonna throw a couple shoulders at it, and he definitely has line of sight on, and BOCW manages to get away, and Teddy's there to help him. So 3v4 advantage to Florida right now. And
you can see the net closing right now. You got 2 players from Maui up top, as well. Zark is gonna get peeked out. No one's there for the trade. Both of the Maui players are up top. One looking behind, one looking forward as well. There you go. Brooks is gonna pick up one onto LeMay. They know a second one is back here in the form of LA Epic Gamer. He's going to stay alive. And actually, Brooks picks up a second, so we're in a 2v2 from the 2v4. Yeah, so now it looks like Florida going to slow down a little bit, you know. They were in a good 4v2, you know, confident. And now because they've lost 2 players, the even 2v2, this is a very, very winnable round for Maui here. So they really need to slow down and let Maui actually try to plant this bomb off. Yep, you see LA is kind of in the corner there. He is Gonna drop Teddy, has line of sight on the bomb. Sly somehow survives, but it's gonna be Teddy last alive here.
That's
The
a
bomb
great
is...
nade.
Oh, bomb picked him up. He got him. He doesn't have
Teddy's gonna
time for
peek.
ball playing either.
He shoulders. Teddy.
He's not going to finish it.
That was a great play there at the end by Teddy. He just shouldered it. He knew he didn't have to challenge unless he was on the bomb, and when he sees him that close, he just plays ring around the rosy. Doesn't try to lay down anywhere, doesn't try to go back up the steps. A really, really good play there by Teddy to close out that round that shouldn't have been that difficult for Florida, but Maui did make it work. They slowed down and got the picks they needed after getting blooded, and really almost had that round one in the bag.
Yep, I mean yeah, like exactly what you said. It got a little close, but at the end of the day, worked out. Teddy stayed alive, got that first, and just honestly just ran the clock out. So fantastic job there. His first blood. AJ is gonna pick one up on LeMay, and Zark will pick up Epic Gamer as well. So Florida's turn to start down 2-0.
Yeah, those were just two very early ones, you know. You can't really be too mad if you lose them because you're taking the risk that you will win them, and another one happens right there. And so realistically, all that's happened there is just Florida, you know, they wanted to take their ones. They went after it. If they win those, they probably win the round, but because they've lost it, that round goes to Maui.
Yep, as well Slide's picking up a great set of kills in the back here. As he finished that one off on a Teddy. And well, there you go.
Oh,
round win.
Game now. 1-1. So far, defense being favored here.
Brooks is on a 3 spree as well, starting off 3-0 here.
Wonder if we'll see if that changes how he plays, see if he plays a little bit slower, try to get those streaks early on in this S&D.
Florida's going to run 2 players right down the throat, though. You can see 2 players in mid pushing in a zig. They're going to be point of contact there with Zark.
Yeah,
Zark
like
is going to defend it looks like. He is going to stay alive.
You know, like I said, Teddy and B-Steph, you know, they really like to get aggressive. B-Steph is doing it with a gamer this time. They're going to find one, but there's the trade. But Maui doing a very good job of actually withstanding these pushes, you know, slowing down and getting those picks that they need.
Yep, well, Brooks is still alive on a 4 kill spree now. LeMay is going to find... Well, Slides walks right into it. Brooks now in a 1v1 versus B-Steph. And has no idea really where B-Steph was. B-Steph was last seen Zig. And that's all he's got to work with. And he still has to retrieve the bomb. 30 seconds to go on the clock, so still a fair amount of time. But B-Steph's just kind of checking because he has no idea where the bomb is. Brooks might actually walk right into him here, depending... Actually, no, look at the timing.
Yeah, it looks like Brooks is going to get the bomb down. So this is going to be a 1v1. This should favor Brooks here, as he does have the bomb down advantage. They see each other. B-Steph going to wrap upstairs. Brooks knows. He sees him, gets some shots in. B-Steph going to drop out to driveway. And it looks like Brooks is going to be able to manage to finish off that kill. And he might have streaks with 6 kills in a row and a bomb plant that might give him streaks.
I feel like that should as well. Absolutely just rips Teddy off a head glitch there. Finds the second... Oh, wait, no, that's B-Steph. B-Steph was alive at the end. There you go. Okay, there's the second one.
Honestly, that was a very well-played round by both teams. They traded out very well, both of them, and it ultimately just led down to the 1v1. And, you know, Brooks has bombed down. B-Steph not really supposed to win that in that scenario, so good effort by both teams. Played very well so far.
Yep, and Brooks is 6-0, so looking for this opening pick to pick up the artillery. Gonna slide out. No one's gonna be home, though, as all of Florida is going on the straight A rush. Sly's going to be first point of contact. He'll peek out a little too aggressively, I think, and go down. B-Stuff's going to be here on the center stairs. Shots are going to go in above over his head. But you can just see the players kind of pulling back from Maui and just trying to set up as they know this is going to be a post-plant situation.
You could tell that the calm is coming through for Brooks to just play his streaks, you know. If one or two more players go down that aren't Brooks, he's going to just back off and probably play the streaks, but he might get taken down here, as this is going to be a lengthy gunfight inside of Tiki. LeMay almost finds him. Brooks playing ring around the rosy with him, and he's finally going to get taken down there, leaving Zark in a 4v1. He is going to find one on to B-Steph, but I think it's going to be all for naught with 20 seconds left, and 3 players around the point. Very good round there by Florida to just all hit through pool aggressively.
I mean, the rush just came right out of the gate. They picked up the early first blood, too, on a Sly here. Slav is the only one that could really do anything on this side of the map. Goes down early. That's a free site and honestly a free setup. So Florida set up nicely. Trades were there.
And that round's very momentous as, you know, Florida takes Brooks off of those streaks. So no streaks to work with for Maui here.
Yeah, I mean, they should be pretty aware of that because they would have seen on the kill cam the fact that he got 6. As it is going to be another A-sided hit, it looks like. And again, you got LeMay and B-Steph running right down the throat, looking for this early mid push. Epic did spot him out. So you can see, oh, Epic will go down. First blood to Brooks, second blood to AJ. And 3 go down, so Teddy now in a 1v4.
I've seen Teddy do crazier, but it's going to be hard for him to figure out his way through this one with 40 seconds on the clock. He has to rotate through the whole map, find at least 2 players, and get the defuse if he's lucky. Zark just going to shut down that dream right there with a great kill onto him and Zig. Ultimately, the picks just went the way of Maui there. You know, they found all the bloods that they needed to. Brooks got 1, AJ got 1, and Zark finished it out with the last 2. Again, just a key scenario where you take your 1s, and if you win them, you'll win the S&D round.
Yep, that was a flawless round, too, out of Maui. None of their players went down. There was just no trades. So, I mean, we were praising Florida for the trades earlier in the game. There's none of that there. It's going to be a 4-man B hit now, it looks like. And Zark is going to be the only one here.
He is going to find 1, though, onto Teddy, who peeks out too far. And then he
Steph
finds
will
the
go down
second
as well.
onto
3
B-Step.
go down.
AJ's going to find 1 as well, and this aggressive hit towards ring is not going to work out the same way as it did towards A. But now Epic Gamer in a 1v4, not even going to find 1. As Maui Chums doing a great job to basically set off and wait for these aggressive pushes by Florida.
Because, yeah, really just, I mean, the Zark here staying alive, especially after that first pick, was absolutely massive. And then he follows it up with a second onto B-Steph. So there you go. That is going to be a lead now taken.
So I wonder if we're going to see the strategy kind of shift for Florida, stop being so aggressive and kind of play a little bit slower, force Maui into that kind of offensive position going forward in this game. I think it might help them out a little bit, but it looks like Maui's going to do the same exact thing.
Teddy's the only one here as well. Teddy played a rather passive angle, though, towards the bomb site. Is going to rotate through the back. B-Steph.
Bomb's already going down.
I thought B-Steph would have caught somebody, but no.
So 4v4 bomb down. The retake is going to have to come in from Florida.
As you can see, 3 players are looping towards Art here. It's going to be Teddy staying alive in jungle. Just kind of waiting for his team to make contact here. The first shots are going to come through. LeMay first blood, traded back on a B-Steph. But the positions are now known for Maui. So there you go. The kills are going to chime in, but now it's going to be a 2v2, 1v1. LeMay and Brooks.
And LeMay knows his position, but so does Brooks. So both players know. All Brooks has to do here is really just kind of wait out this time. When it gets close to 10 seconds, he just shoulders it like he does. He didn't even really have to take that shell, but he did and got the kill anyways. It was a very, very solid round there from Maui. They recognized that, you know, A site was basically free for them to take, and they took it. Or B site, rather. They just took it, planted the bomb down, and then set up in a nice position that forced Florida to kind of lunge out in order to make the retake. Trades go down, and Brooks manages to win the 1v1.
Yep, great play there. As yeah, Brooks going, he's 10-1.
Yeah, the guy has a 10 KD on the match right now. This guy is absolutely insane at the moment, as they're going into to map point here against Florida. Again, Sly gonna get the call out again that they're all hitting A. Florida is all going A, and we're gonna see a little bit more help here over towards this A site this time. AJ's gonna be here, Brooks is gonna be in money window, and Sly is backed up. So this push going a lot different than when it first happened around a round or 2 ago.
Yep, I mean, Maui does look very aware of this, though. As you can see, there's 3 players here over towards A. I mean, Zark is probably calling out on B side. He's going, I don't see anything here. And unfortunately, neither does anybody else on his team. As the rotate is going to swing around here over towards B. Finally, AJ is going to spot somebody. I think he was seen as well. They know he's here. The shots are going to go, and he somehow wins that on the mantle. but it's traded immediately. So 3v3 here over towards B, and the rotates on.
And at this point, Maui has to know that there's no way Florida can really wrap back here unless they just cut through middle. There's not enough time. They have to get this bomb down. But actually, as I say that, Florida is going to full wrap.
And, well, there you go. I mean, Sly picks up 2. Doesn't get the last one, but you need 5 seconds to plant the bomb. And Brooks is going to shut that one down. And they're going to take the map 6-2. So that was technically the Florida Muted Tears taking the map. So we're now series tied 1-1. I do believe that the... yes, sorry. Maui off the start, and we're getting right into it, right out of the gate. As here we go, Maui on the attack, Florida on defense, and 3 into the plane, 5 players in the plane off the rip.
Is AJ gonna find the first blood? And so now it's gonna be a 2v2 in plane, but it's pretty much just turned into a stalemate as AJ's gonna find 2 more. AJ's gonna find all 4 off the rip. A great play by him, and we'll see what Florida decide to do with this new map control on defense.
We do see Zark is pushed up pretty heavily up there over by Tetris. And you see AJ, four kills to his name. Gonna just try and he's taking shots there from Epic Gamer. Is trying to kind of work his way through the bottom B here. And we're gonna see if he just stays alive here, basically. As the answer is yes, he will pick up a 5th. But this is gonna be Maui moving in towards A, trying to gain some sense of map control back.
AJ starting off a solid 6-0 start, basically just shutting down anything that Maui want to throw off the rip. He's going to just fight for this plane control for a little bit, being a crucial part in making sure that this plane stays in the favor of Florida, as they can use it pretty well in order to stop any pushes. A great nade by Epic Gamer there onto Brooks, as Florida finding the kills, but Maui already on the point. Gonna find 2 ticks before that push doesn't even get shut down. Teddy's managing to stay alive on this point. Sly flies in, Teddy's gonna take him down, and finally, Florida are gonna manage to clear off those players from this A point.
AJ did pick up streaks there, actually. He just got full streaks as he hasn't died yet. He's 8-0. Now we have 10 seconds to go. Well, there he goes.
Finally.
Right as I say it.
Caster's curse.
I gotta stop saying it, honestly, because every time I say it, something happens. But no one from Maui's really hopped in the point. They gotta get on the point. There they go. They got 3 down, actually, from Florida.
Yeah, and that 8 point should go the way of Maui there. I don't think Florida has anyone there to really contest it. And that's just another one of those scenarios where once you get 4 down, you just gotta hop on the point when you need that time. And the lives are really low. This is doable for Maui if they can play a little bit slower here with a minute on the clock. A long time in these control rounds. Let's see what they can do. AJ gonna find one in the plane. As both teams are now fully slowing down, they don't want to give up too many lives at this point.
Yeah, well, B-Steph in a great spot here from the side. He's gonna catch one. AJ will chime in though, as it's AJ's turn to turn it up. 10-3. As Teddy is going to be kind of sitting in the back. I mean, this is exactly what you're talking about. The patience of not hopping into the point immediately and trying to pick up those kills. You can see Teddy playing around the back of that B point as well. I mean, look at the arrows.
And all 4 are going to go down from Maui as Brooks trying to find a wall bang onto that player on the wing who's not even there anymore. And Teddy's going to be put in a 1 versus 9. I think at this point, you kind of just lay down the back of your spawn and say, I'm not going to give up any more lives for that round 5.
Yep, as well. Teddy is going to go down. That's going to be, I believe, a 9-life lead that Florida will carry.
9-life lead for Florida going into the next round.
Yep, as I mean, AJ, highlight of the round, is going to chime in, picking up 8 in a row before he finally died in the round. He just stayed alive, fully streaked out.
He's forward, just massive.
Yeah, that's going to be huge for later, as he just rolls through the whole team. And well, there you go.
Defense, obviously, the favored side on this map. You know, it's 4 wins to 1. For every 4 defensive wins, you're only supposed to win 1 offense. So, what the real question is how well will Florida do going on the offense? I think with their plane control, they might be able to make something happen, but we will have to see as we start out. Again, 4 players going to be in the plane, just fighting for this control. Great shots from AJ onto LeMay, as Teddy's going to push forward, try to find these kills, as he is going to get taken down from Zark. on a nice angle. B-Steph gonna find the angle back on it to trade. As we've kind of found ourselves in a little bit of a stalemate kind of start to this round, but Florida has kind of made their way with one person onto this A point.
Yep, they should get this first tick in, but there's only one person here, so it's not going to go as fast as you would probably like. As the players, well, the shots are going to chime in. It does look like they've hopped someone on to B as well, though. So Maui has to kind of make a decision here. They got to address both of these points, as both Brooks and AJ have hopped inside. It does look like they're going to turn their attention more towards B. Brooks should have a player to his right. Hill's going to be contested. The B stuff comes flying off the high rope.
And Maui,
prevent the third tick.
Yeah, do a very good job of just preventing both hills from going the way of Florida there. And now they just need to get set up in the plane and get that spawn trap going. But just the way that Florida are just consistently flying out of their spawn, you know, they're not really giving Maui any chance to breathe. As this is going to be a crucial gunfight. B-Steph just pre-firing is finally going to get taken down by AJ, who comes to help Sly. So with that A point captured, we're going to have to see Florida leading in lives right now on the offensive side. You really want to look for them to kind of push through into the spawn through that old A area and kind of see if they can get some spawn kills, get forward down before they hop on B.
Yep, I mean, right now the map control is not in their favor, really, as they're all just kind of trapped in the back and just getting smoked here. As finally 3 will go down for Maui. That'll give Florida some breathing room here to push up. But again, I mean, they have... well, A is gone, and they have part of a tick into B that hasn't been cleared out yet. But I mean, as I say that, Florida with 2 lives.
Yeah,
and the players are very spread out on the map right now, as you can see. Well, Brooks will go down over on A Street.
A very passive approach by both teams here. They don't really want to get outflanked by each other. You know, Florida is worried about potential credit corners that Maui can be sitting in, you know, waiting for spawn kills. On the other hand, Maui want to watch their flank. They don't get put in their own spawn. Off rip, as map control very evenly distributed from both teams, as fights are happening in the back of both spawns.
Yep, I mean, AJ was making a nuisance of himself all the way in the back. Will finally get taken out. As you can see, Florida forced to come off a spawn. The lives are dead even. This is probably just going to come down to a live count at this point, as the trades are going to be there. And honestly, just each life is going to be so important right now. You can see Florida's got 3 players stacked up at Tetris, trying to push forward, trying to see what they can do. Zark is going to go down. LeMay with a crucial kill, but he'll get traded back.
Yeah, and if you're Maui here, you don't really want to slow down here. On defense, that's where you have your best chance to rack up that high life advantage. It's Epic Gamer with a great Shotzi slide chow as he takes down 1. But as the lives get down, this is actually a 3v3. This is very winnable for Florida here. But as I say that, 2 players are going to get taken down. And that'll be the round win to Maui Chums, as they end with a 3 life advantage. So Florida only have a 6 life advantage here going into this next round, which is not necessarily what you want if you're Maui. Sure, you got the round win, but when you're thinking long-term game, we want that round 5 defense. You know, we need to get more kills on our next defense in order to make sure that we secure that round 5.
Oh, absolutely, and you got to keep in mind, in the back of your mind here, that Brooks is still fully loaded with his streaks. Or sorry, AJ. Not Brooks.
Yeah,
AJ was the one with streaks right now. So you got to think is that is going to be, especially with the cruise missile, you pick 2-3 players with that. That's a life advantage swing right there. I mean, that's the wave of kills that you need to stack 3 players onto B or something. So that really could be a turning point later in this game. But he hasn't pulled them out yet, so we're gonna have to wait and see. So
finally the first pill. Yeah, very, very slow start to the round as both teams just kind of shouldering inside playing. Don't want to give anything away at this point. And Florida getting traded, but it looks like they're going to manage to win off the first set of fights and kind of gain a little bit of map control here, but it's not much, as Maui coming off respawn, going to be pushing towards that A side. They're really looking and hunting for kills. You can tell they're not just hopping on it. They want this map control before they make a play, and that's exactly what you should do. They want to get in this plane first. They want to be able to establish map control. A Sly, a great kill onto Teddy. Amazing shots there, but he is going to get traded. And Maui is going to actually find some success here in setting up for this map control.
Yeah, Brooks put some great shots down range there, down the A Street, but LeMay is still on the point. The artillery is finally going to come in to shut down this A Street inside, it looks like, as there it goes. Only picks up his teammate though.
But the smoke gives him some cover as he takes down AJ, and while as he takes down, I believe that was LeMay there, as he gets traded out. But Maui, off a great rebound, are actually going to hop onto this B point off the rip. They are going to find a tick there. Just a great way of using their rotation, their natural spawn rotation from one side of the map to the other, as now they're going to be on both points here. Brooks managed to clear them off of B, though, and AJ is going to find that one kill on A. As Teddy's still going to be up, going to wreak some havoc here. He's going to be on at BLO. Yep, Sly going to have enough time to take him down. B-Steph, great shots there. As now Maui going to have a chance to use that natural rotation once again over towards A.
Yep,
but they are on this B point once again. B-Steph solo capping.
And this is the one that if you're Florida, you can't give this up. Like, this is a critical one to defend. They're just going to get there in time too, so they're going to remove a good chunk of this tick. 28 seconds to go now. Maui with a 3-life lead, but they haven't capped either of the points yet.
Yeah, and those...
Oh, all the kills are going Maui now.
But great patience there out of Florida. You know, they didn't rush anything there. A great 3 out of AJ there. A great set of kills for him, as Maui have no choice but to rush towards A here. And Zark gonna be in position, Brooks gonna be in position. And they're gonna find those kills. Epic Gamer gonna drop on the point, and not enough time for Tay to get on. So Florida doing a really good job of kind of staying composed there and really just not rushing their retakes. You know, when Maui was on B, they could have rushed at it, they could have flown at it, but they really just took their time. They were willing to give up those 2 ticks in order to get a full wipe, and they managed to hold on to the end of that round.
Yep, I mean, they were down in lives at the end, but the clock was just not in... It was just not in Maui's favor. I mean, you look at how close they came to capping B. What was it, twice? 3 times?
It was upwards of 3 times.
Yeah, it was just that close, and that gives you that clock extension. And honestly, the way that Maui was playing the map in that round, that clock extension was probably a round win. But instead, they lose it on time. Florida takes the lead, and I believe they still maintain a life advantage, if I'm counting it correctly.
I do believe so. I think we're looking at upwards of a 10 here, but they could make it not matter, as 3 are going to drop from Maui really fast. As they're going to be on B, but LeMay going to find a nice 2, Epic Gamer going to find 1, and Teddy cleans up. So Florida all going to be off respawn. Maui looking to get a ton of kills here to really make sure that they can gain back that life lead and really set up for that round 5 defense.
Yep, absolutely. As you can see, the players are in the spawns. There's absolutely no map control whatsoever for Florida to work with here. As Epic Gamer is going to take shots, he's immediately nope out. But Teddy's in a great spot here. This is a fantastic position, especially for the spawn kills, as he's going to force all the players from Florida to spawn all the way in the back corner with the Tetris presence, as well as his position up in yellow.
Oh, great shots from Sly. Great reaction there to take down LeMay. Almost gets Epic Gamer as well.
Epic Gamer is 6 HP.
Yeah.
He came off of that with 6 HP.
And he is going to get traded. This fight's going both ways, and it ends with Zark happening to be on B. AJ couldn't find some kills over at A. As Teddy's going to be the last remaining player from Maui to not die off in that large-scale fight. And Florida going to be on both. And while he did go down, Zark managed to get a takeover at B. That might be useful for later. As fight's going down over towards A, it looks like Florida just opting to rush for it and not worry about map control. Epic Gamer gonna find a nice 2. Chow's out, almost finds a 3rd, but the team shot too strong.
Yep, I mean, LeMay here is gonna be in a great position to cut off the reinforcements. Unfortunately, he goes to go down, but he does actually succeed. He delays the return for the team from Florida. That gives his team enough time to kind of come in from the other side. And it does look like Florida's barely going to get this off. They do get the cap. So 1 tick already into be a minute extra on the clock. And they're only down by 2 lives.
Yeah, despite all that, they are only down by 2 lives. I like to think of, when I'm playing Control, I like to think of a trade for lives for a point, you know? when you're on control, you're not really supposed to. When you're on offense on control, you're not really supposed to have the life advantage. You know, you're pushing into the other team's angles. You know, if you cap a point with only a 1 life disadvantage, that's a win for at least that half of the round. Now you just gotta close out the round.
And the lives are dead even right now too. As you can see, this is probably going to come down to lives, as there's still 40 seconds on the clock. 1 tick. Florida's playing this very patiently here, as they're just trying to set up around the outside. Teddy's going to chow out, win 1, he's going to get traded immediately.
I think at this point, no matter what happens, Florida has locked up that round 5 defense, but you can tell they want to close out here. AJ finding 2. Brooks almost finds LeMay and playing to close out those 4. But no respawns remaining for Maui. Now for Florida. The trade's going through. 3v3. Brooks going to find 1, but he is going to get traded. B-Steph pushed up on this angle, holding this cutoff. Epic Gamer in plane. It looks like Brooks is just waiting for his teammate. They slide out. He sees Epic Gamer. He manages to get the kill. Sly versus B-Steph in a 1v1.
Yeah, Steph somehow got away there. And Sly knows that B-Steph's somewhere over here as he's going to peek out. They know where each other are now. The contestants there, they're sliding around each other, and Maui is going to come out on top as B-Steph with a huge 1v1 gunfight to force a map around 5. And I believe there's still a cruise missile in the back pocket of AJ here.
There definitely is. I don't think I've seen him use it yet. And with that, you know, 100% Florida have locked up that round 5 defense, which is what you want. And on this map, you know, you're not supposed to win your offenses. And that's why you always look to have that last round defense. AJ going absolutely massive, 35 and 26. Brooks with not a terrible stat line either by any means, 32 and 27. But you have to respect the opposition on the other side. Teddy, 34 and 24. A very, very close game to this point.
Yep, as well. Brooks' first blood started off hot as always, as it does look like Maui has got a player over towards 8. They're going to get 2 in the point here, and this could go actually very quickly. As you do see kind of Florida just kind of trying to figure out how are they going to get over here. You're going to have AJ hop in. He's going to pick 1. Zark picked up the other. He's going to find another one around this corner as well. So there's 3 down for Maui. AJ's just going to run right at them. B-Step will pick him up to lock respawn. You can see Full pushed very far forward here.
Yeah, and right now, like, you can see it. Florida just fighting for that map control, just staying in plane, because if they stay in plane, if they hold on to this plane control, as you can see, Maui starting to fight for it. 3 up in the plane. As a great flank comes through for AJ as he finds all 3, taking that plane control right back. They fought for it so hard because if Maui just throw their lives at A and they have plane control, they can just pick them off of A. And great shots there from Brooks as Maui just getting put in the spawn. Florida with a great defensive hold. As AJ turns around and finds him. 42 real kills. Pulls out the cruise missile, wants to shut him down here. As he's looking for the kills, he finds Teddy. He finds B-Stuff, 1 player left. It's going to be LeMay. He has to hop on. He's not even going to have enough time. A solid performance there on that last round by Florida. That great flank by AJ. We're about to see it again, I'm sure.
Yeah, this was just absolutely huge. He walks right up to Teddy, finds 1, finds 2, and the 3rd.
Solid presence in the plane while one person just racks up time.
As well, right off the rip, we're going to have Florida starting off on the preferred side here. As you can see, they're just going to spread out. They're just trying to hold their spawns, really. You're just trying to really just get in, contest the P1 for a bit. But hold on, make sure you don't allow anyone around your flanks. That was lots of great first blood from Teddy there.
Yeah, that's a very good opening kill as Maui kind of find 3. Only player left up is going to be Zark. You can see the parallels come out now. One side spawning in that white, that gears area as Maui, 1 player from Maui going to spawn over in that cement graffiti area. And I expect these parallels to continue as Brooks makes his way farther back into the spawn. As you can see, they are. LeMay spawning up there and AJ spawning directly parallel to him. But Maui going to be able to clear the spawn for P2, even though Florida going to be able to find a few seconds here on the P1. It's going to be advantage going to Maui, especially such in the score line as well as the rotation.
Yep, especially as you can see, Maui is definitely set up here for these spawns. I mean, they made the flip. That crucial gunfight between, I think it was Brooks and Teddy all the way in the back, gave Maui the spawns. And now this is going to be just the front door knocking coming from Florida as they're just going to kind of shove their way in. They're going to pick up one. They are actually going to clear Maui out of the hard point, and Maui is spawned out. As he saw LeMay come up on the other side of the map. Same thing with LA. That's going to be a clean break from Florida, all 4 up.
Yeah, and that was just a great break all around. They didn't want to funnel through the front. You could see on the mini-map that they wrapped around that right side and managed to break the spawns that way, and they're still holding spawns that way because of the way that Maui has decided to break this. But again, Maui have gone on this hill, and you can see the parallels coming out once again, but Florida eventually going to find their way back onto the spawns. A back and forth hill on what's typically known as a money hill on this map is Florida going to take the advantage here in the scoreline going into this P3.
Yep, as LeMay going to be on a 3 streak right now, finishing off Brooks' 4 spree. As well, Steph's coming flying off the top here to pick up Sly. We are going to head over to P3. It is going to be Maui retaking the lead here, actually.
Yeah, and you can tell they know where Florida is going to spawn. They can just see it. They know they're spawning over by that P2 area. As eventually, it looks like Teddy going to push up just a little too far as he finds one, and spawns are going to flip now. Just a little bit of an error there on Teddy's part, but I don't blame him. He's flanking for those kills. I would probably do the same thing if I were in his shoes. As spawns on this particular point can be very, very fickle. If you push up just a little bit too far, you can spawn the other team where they want to be spawned to give them split spawns. As it's kind of helping Florida now as they manage to break onto the hill and prepare for this rotation and have spawns for P5.
Yep, they're going to retake the lead actually with this scrap time, so they'll pick up the last 10 or so seconds. Slide chimes in with a 2-piece and clears Maui out of P4, so when this cup pops up, you're going to see Maui is not the closest to this hill as they're all just kind of wrapping around here. You can see them slowly closing in, but they're going to get distracted, and this is going to be Zark. Going to be set up looking for the wall bang, not going to find it. Maui on the point.
Found 2. Gonna find the third as he slides in. That's actually Epic Gamer LeMay, though, making his presence known as he picks up 3 in a row. As Maui have pretty much set up their map control and pushed through, these spawns are going to flip. Maui has full control. Now B-Steph in a gunfight, gonna win it. That's gonna be a huge gunfight for control of the plane. As now Florida just kind of breaking in for that scrap 20, but Epic Gamer gonna find 2. And Brooks kind of making a heads-up play here. He's gonna kind of prepare for the new hill. He's letting his teammates say, you know what, you guys can grab this scrap time. I'm gonna break through the left.
Yep, he is successfully. He did win that gunfight, that very critical gunfight there, but it doesn't actually secure the spawns for his team. It will force Maui to spawn everywhere else, though. Now he's got the spawn. He picks up that second one as he gets. I think that was B-Steph in the back as well. So there you go. The spawns will be in favor of the Florida Muted Tiers, but Maui in control of the hill right now.
Yeah, great play by Brooks there to secure those spawns, but Maui pretty much fine with holding this from a backwards assault. You know, they're finding 2, they're gaining control now, and despite spawning out, they actually have a reasonable amount of playing control, a reasonable amount of map control, and they're in the hill. This isn't bad at all for Maui, despite not having spawns.
No, absolutely not. I mean, they're playing it well. They're keeping Florida kind of trapped in the back here. Right as I say that, AJ just flies over the wall and cleans up one. But by preventing Florida to really get out of the spawn, to wrap around towards the point, they held a fair amount of time here. But this scrap time does look like it'll go over towards Florida, so they're going to catch up most of the points here as we head into our second rotation of hills.
Yeah, and you can see Maui, a dominant presence in this plane. They're just full control, but what they've actually done now is they've gifted Brooks a spawn in the back, and B-Steph likely knows that because of how far he spawned up, there's probably one in the back, but he decides, it looks like the play for Maui is just going to be to stack this hill. You know, this is usually a contest hill. They want all 60 points. They want this hill in full, and they can worry about the rotation later.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, right now they have the rotation going for them too. You got LeMay sitting in the back. Teddy's going to spawn up on the preferred side as well, as LA Epic Gamer is going to chime in with 2. 19 and 8 right now, so fantastic game out of him.
Make the 20. As he hits the 20 mark, almost halfway through the game at this point, on pace for a 40 if he can keep up this this pace that he's going at.
He makes a 21 with a 5 spree. You see if he tries to play his life for streaks out here. But Florida really hasn't had a chance to get anywhere near this P2 spawn.
He's gonna find another, so he's gonna be on 6 here, and with a new hard point hit, he has full control of plane. And it's going to be hard for Florida to both kill him out of plane and to try to get control of this hill. As LA going to take up another 2, that's going to be an 8 streak. He definitely has those score streaks ready for play.
Well, it's time to return the favor onto AJ, it looks like here is, yeah, that's going to be a cruise and artillery in his back pocket. Because you're going to have, I mean, the hill's just gone entirely in Maui's favor so far.
Yeah, just because, wow, great shot by Epic. He's on a 10 before he finally goes down. Just a great set of map control for Maui at this point. Brooks with some nice shots, though. Nothing against Florida. Great shots from Brooks as he's trying to keep up. All of Florida really trying to make their presence known here. This isn't an unwinnable game by any means. Florida could definitely still bring this back if they manage to string together these next 3 hills. But right now, the map control for Maui is just far too strong as Epic Gamer continuing on his streaks. He died recently, but he's finding 3 in a row once again, and he knows where they're spawning. He is on the hunt.
Absolutely, it's an absolute melee in the hill as the kill feed is just lighting up both blue and orange. As the players are all just chiming in, the players are finally going to go down. It will be Florida in possession of the hill. Finally here, picking up some time. But again, I mean, they're down almost 100 points. They got to string these together, and they got to make it work for them. And it's not going to work when Teddy does that to you.
Teddy not missing at this point, and now they know where they're spawning. LeMay going to be in a nice position. Is going to get taken down, though. B-Steph as well. Epic Gamer kind of rotating over, finds one, doesn't find the second. But Teddy's pushed up far enough. It looks like he's kind of playing a delayed flank, and he does find one. Zark manages to pick one, but Teddy back on that trade. As now B-Steph pushing through this left side, trying to break these spawns here to give Maui the best chance of closing up this game pretty soon. As a great 2-piece from Epic Gamer once again.
I mean, every time we say his name, it's just lighting up the kill feed. 2, 3, 34, and 12. He's almost triple positive.
The guy is a walking montage at the moment.
There they go. Maui's going to flood the hill. They got 3 players in here. As there you go again. Epic with 2 more.
And not even to mention, despite being the dominant slayer on this team as well, the guy has 2 minutes and 12 seconds in the hill. The guy is not only slaying, but he's not hoarding kills or anything like that. The guy is playing the time, and as LeMay gonna find some great shots there. Teddy gonna help him out as Zark almost finds 3. And Maui can actually win it here as they keep just bullying Florida off this point. LeMay gonna get in. Finds one on the slide. He knows Brooks is laying down. Epic Gamer gonna find him, and the tick will go through at this point if they can keep Florida off of it. They just need to finish off, and looks like Maui Chums are taking us to a map 5 with a similar scoreline to that of Apocalypse.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, it was the Epic Gamer show, honestly, the entire time. I'm pretty sure you finished triple positive at the end of it.
This is his world, and we are just living in it. Look at this. Just great shots all around. You know, Florida, they did a really good job.
As a spectator, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I could see that.
So that's my bias, because I don't play this as much as you guys do. I just watch.
All right, well, Maui Chums going to start off on the offensive side here, and it looks like they are just going to get heavy aggressive in playing, like we've already said, in Florida. Already set up on their passive play style. This is exactly what you expect from both teams going into a checkmate S&D. This is exactly what you want to see. This is exactly how everybody plays it. And I wonder how this will work as Zark gonna find the first blood onto B-Steph, who actually has bomb. So, if Florida knows it, they have bomb down on A Street. As Epic Gamer actually got taken out. I didn't see that. LeMay finds one, but Zark gonna find a trade. As despite
1v3.
Yeah.
Oh,
Teddy
1v2.
finds one though. This is winnable with 40 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, but Florida has no idea the bomb is down, and honestly, that's probably one of the complaints I have about this game is it's impossible to tell.
Yeah,
Like,
but in every other game with bomb, it's always like a big briefcase. In this game, it's like they tried to be CS:GO.
Yeah, but I mean, at least with CS:GO, you can see it too because it very clearly drops on the ground. And if it's inside the guy's dead body, you can't tell as well. Teddy is gonna get double chowed there. Down he goes. First round, excuse me, to Florida.
Yeah, a very typical round to start off, and a really good adjustment there by Florida. Once they got the first pick, then the second pick, they started to get aggressive and play for those last 2 trades. Florida again showing off this S&D prowess. and we're gonna have to see Maui kind of respond with the defense of their own.
Yep, absolutely. As we are going to see, it does look like someone from Maui. They're going to play one Tetris. Pretty solid split here as Epic is going to do the exact same thing AJ was basically doing. He's going to catch somebody at AJ will get traded right back, though. Brooks and Sly is going to chime in on a LeMay as well. We're in an early 2v3. BSteph and Teddy are going to even it up, actually. Zark now in the 1v2.
Yeah, they both win their ones, and that was a very aggressive round out of Maui. I didn't think it would actually work. The scale was tipping in Florida's favor, but those two huge 1v1s really put Maui in a favorable position here. But look how spread out they are. Zark can easily win this if he finds the first kill onto BSteph. However, BSteph has definitely set eyes on him. He is prowling.
Yep, I mean, Zark is in the back, not going to win that gunfight. And there
right
you
there,
go.
you see very two different styles of play on defense. You know, Florida, when they played that defensive round, they played very passive. They played back, waited. On that round, you saw Epic Gamer just run up the plane. He finds one, gets traded out, but then he gets traded, and then everybody's just flying around in the plane from Maui. So two very different styles of S&D there, but they each went around a piece.
Yep, absolutely. Well, here we go. Maui going to be on the attacking round again. We're going to see how this ends up going. As AJ, again, flies straight into Teddy with first blood off the rip. Picks up Sly off Tetris. So there you go. Early man advantage in favor of Maui. And it does look like Maui sort of knows where AJ is. Well, it depends on if Epic Gamer, he somehow stays alive to the wall bang.
2 health, but a great flank from BSteph. Actually outflanks Brooks, who outflanks him. And a huge gunfight went from Teddy there to put them in a 2v1 against Zark, put in this position. As he's going to have to retake this B site as bomb goes down.
Yep, he's going to, well, Epic Gamer's somehow going to stay alive, and he's going to win it as he flies out the exit door.
Great shots from Epic Gamer there to close that round out. He runs, he gets caught sprinting, and he makes a great heads-up challenge there to kind of put down Zark. Great shots there with a great movement. What a challenge. And there, one of the things that you kind of saw off rip is, even Maui, they got aggressive, but they waited for one player to get up A long, and they used that middle A long position to really check to see if anyone was on table. And once AJ shot, they kind of knew that in a 3v3 there, they knew one was on table. They just had to go for the flank, and BSteph managed to pull it off.
Well, Zark is going to get picked again for a little first blood again, and Maui was, I think, picked up first blood in almost every round as well. AJ with the flank will get caught, though. Teddy in the back there, watching his teammate. The trade is there. Man advantage stays with Maui.
And
now it's going to
BSteph
be Sly's turn to look for a pick.
In a very good position here to hop up on this wing and flank. Bomb is going to go down, so Florida has full control of the site. This is probably about a 50-50 round. Is LeMay just going to hop on it, and he's going to get checked. He's going to find one, he's going to hop on the table. His location is going to be surely known by Maui, because he is going to get taken down. So another hunting for Brooks. Brooks is going to play in the spot. He got seen by both players through the window as she tries to check bomb, and they both just fly out at him and sit him down on the plane wing. A great round by Maui.
Honestly, I thought the timing just somehow went in his favor, where one player checked and then turned away as he went by the window, and then the other player looked out the window after he'd moved. So I thought by some miracle that he'd stay alive. But clearly that wasn't the case.
And
it comes in. Oh yeah, you can see it right there.
Yeah.
Just out of the corner.
Yeah, just barely. And despite what I said before the match about how the passive play style reigns supreme, it looks like Maui Chums doing a very good job of being aggressive here. Found first blood on all of their round wins, and it's really helped them kind of propel themselves in that position to where they can just trade down.
I mean, you can see both teams are trying to go for flanks as well. It's just Maui seems to be handling it better, especially in that last round where you had Teddy sitting back Finn. Or back NASA, whatever you want to call it. It's like just being there for the trade is, I mean, AJ came around for the flank, and if Teddy wasn't there, he gets that and gets away with it.
Brooks has actually gotten aggressive as well. He's changing up his style as he finds one, and he tries to get more aggressive, but LeMay does find him. So the aggression has resulted in a 3v3 now. 3 lanes, 1 player per lane. Is LA just pretty much just shouldering the steps at this point?
Yeah, you can see all of Maui gathered up here, and LeMay's gonna win that, pick up a second of the round. Epic Gamer finds AJ, and it's all down to Zark now in a 1v3 sitting over on the A Street, nowhere close to this.
Yeah, and this 3v1, it's going to be tough for Zark. He might be able to pull it out if he finds Teddy here, but Teddy's not going to give him the option, as LA going to come out firing on all cylinders on that last guy. The aggressive style from Maui here didn't work in Raid, but it's looking fairly solid here in this map 5.
Yep, I mean, if you want it to work out for you, map 5 is definitely the map you'd like to have it happen.
Oh yes, I would trade a map 2L for a map 5 win any day, As
Absolutely.
Now they're gonna be on defense here, Maui, and I think they're gonna get aggressive once again. If you're Florida here, you kind of look for kind of an adjustment, kind of changing the way you play, kind of wait for the push that Maui is gonna inevitably send. Whether that's under the right or left or in the plane, as this is exactly what AJ does. He finds one, he is going to get traded, and as I say all these words, within the first 20 seconds of the round, it's down to a 1v3 for Teddy.
Yep, I mean, just before he came in, they're going to plant it over towards A. Teddy's nowhere near this. And honestly, it depends if he gets this early, and yep, so much for that.
What a quick round win by Florida to bounce back. You know, they kind of did exactly what I was saying. You know, just make an adjustment. You know that someone's going to get aggressive somewhere. They waited for LeMay to get aggressive on that wing. Epic Gamer got aggressive in the plane. Once they found those 2 picks and traded out for the last, they basically had that round in the bag.
Yep, absolutely. As well, here we go. Maui on offense again. We're going to see if someone decides to pull a flank route out. Probably looking at B-Stuff. But B-Stuff also has the bomb, so maybe not.
Both teams slang power pretty even here. As it looks like we've kind of returned to that shoulder peeking passive S&D that we started off this game with.
Yep, as well. It's going to be AJ and Epic going at it inside the plane here. AJ on the outside knows that there's nobody A Street because you have Zark pushed up there.
You can
up
tell.
to the double stack.
AJ wants to flank based on his position, but he's just waiting. He gets shot in the back. A great pick by AJ.
Yeah, but B-Stuff knows AJ's on the plane wing now. He spots him. Shots go in. Great shots from B-Stuff at range.
Get that trade. And now we're on a 3v3. The positions of Florida are fairly solid here. Watching each other's flanks as they now are kind of giving up B site control to the flank now. The double flank LeMay. And Teddy clearly wants to go for the flank as well. He challenges. Teddy finds great shots on the sly, so now we're in a 2v2.
Yep, I mean, B-Stuff is going to wrap around the back. Brooks is also trying to wrap around and did spot the player going up on top. So he knows the call out. They know exactly where they are, or they should. As Brooks is going to pick up a 74U off the ground. He's going to spot. I don't know if he spotted that player in the back. He should have. Brooks now the last alive. The B-Stuff is going to charge right in. And that is going to be that for that round.
It was a great, a solid looking round for Florida going into that first blood. AJ with a great play to kind of wait for LA to push up too far. And he punishes that. And then immediately B-Stuff wraps back around and finds the trade to put Maui in a great position. The first bloods going the way of both teams right now, but not necessarily a correlation between first bloods and round wins at this point.
No, definitely not. Although it was going in favor of Maui for the start. Is this an A side? Is Florida going to try an A hit?
It looks like Florida's going to try an A hit. You know, with how much pressure Maui's putting over on B, it might not be a bad idea if you want to pull out the stops when it's map point.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well. I mean, if you're going to do it, you're running out of chances to kind of pull tricks out of the bag here. As well, Epic Gamer going to pick up first blood on AJ. That was an attempted flank route. B-Stuff is going to see the entire team.
Slide,
the jig is up.
As now, I kind of want to see a rotation here from Florida. You know, you've got all of Maui kind of thinking, hey, you're hitting A. And Zark going, or B-Stuff going down, only going to cement that thought. but LA gonna be in plane now, gonna be in that power position, and Teddy's gonna be playing in 2. And they actually have a pinch here, as Teddy's gonna get taken down LA for the 1v3.
Yep, well, he's coming up from the back, and well, the bomb doesn't even go down. It's going to be a third round of Florida. And if you're Florida, it's just one round at a time. You tell yourself, one at a time, bring it back.
You've done the difficult part. You've basically stopped the momentum that Maui had off that solid round win that they had on offense. You've done one of the hard parts. You've won an offensive round. So now you look to take this defense and kind of use that momentum into the next couple of rounds.
Yep, absolutely. As now we gonna do the same thing? No.
It looks like they kind of have a staggered push going on.
Zark, I think, might have seen. No, didn't actually see him. He's just gonna move up to this double crate.
A great pick onto AJ, and Epic Gamer playing much more passive. As soon as I say that, Epic Gamer gonna be left alone in a 1v4.
It was just, I mean, we had a great moment there over towards A Street where I think B-Steph and Zark were just sitting on either side of double stack. B-Steph made the first move, ran out, got caught, and it's just the picks across the board going in favor of Florida, and it looks like they're going to pick up a 4th round here unless Epic Gamer pulls a miracle out of the hat.
I wouldn't doubt it. If there's a guy who won this spot with a correct movement and aim, it's definitely Epic Gamer, but... Oh! Zark! Great shots from LA, but it's not going to matter. Zark did his job. He put the shots into LA for the trade. Even though great shots from LA, Zark did all he needed to do because LA wasn't full HP. There's no way he's getting out of 2 gunfights.
Yep, definitely not. I mean, I saw it for a brief second that Epic was just going to pop out, just melt the next player and get away with his life. It didn't happen. A little too weak. So that is going to be a 4th round in favor of Florida.
Yeah, and they're making a push for it. They want to take it to this round 11, and you can't help but root for the underdogs here. His great performances from pretty much everybody on the map.
Yep, I mean, look for AJ to kind of look for another flank grab. B-Steph is ready and waiting for this. AJ actually not, but did
shoulders in the pre-fire for the first blood to AJ. We're starting to see as the rounds get, higher in count. We're nearing that round 11, and the pressure starting to build up. The ice coming out in people's veins. We're waiting and getting much more passive. Is Brooks gonna find another kill? His passiveness rewards him, and AJ gonna find another great kill onto Epic Gamer. Teddy gonna be the last. He's gonna find one, but with bomb planted in a 1v3, this might be all for naught.
Yep, we are gonna see Teddy in the back. He has been spotted. He's taking shots. Everything just going his way. Down he goes. Round 11.
In round 11, this is where stories are made, legends are born, and ice is poured. This is going to be a great end to the series, no matter who wins. And expect to see either a ton of aggression or a ton of passive play. I don't think I've really seen much of an in-between when it comes down to round 11. Either people just fly out and go for the aggressive play, or they play slow and wait. And it's going to be interesting to figure out which team does what. And so it looks like off the rip, Maui going to get very aggressive and Florida playing very passive.
Yep, I mean, Florida is running 4 ARs right now. AJ has made the switch over to a Krieg. So there's no 74Us on the map for Florida. So they're just going to post up, set up in the back, wait for Maui to make a mistake. Because, I mean, it's round 11. You don't want to be the first one to die.
LA is actually in a great spot positionally here. He's managed to get there without being seen, and that's why he's there, is to find that pick onto that player right wing. They know where that he plays there pretty much every round, and that blood is going to really have an impact on how this round plays out.
Yep, and that gets rid of a lot of the aggressive presence too from Florida, as AJ was the player that you relied on for a lot of those picks, trades, whatever. He was the first point of contact almost every round. The bomb is going to go down. Epic's going to find a second. He's looking for a third.
He's looking for the ace on this round, but he is going to get taken down. Brooks, 35 seconds in the 1v2. He spots B-Steph. He knows where he's at, but B-Steph probably saw him as well. Gonna wrap away, gonna get back in the plane. Brooks, you have maybe 15 seconds. LeMay probably spotted him at some point. As he gets in the gunfight, Maui Chums almost choking that game. Great comeback from Florida from down 5-2 to 5-5. But at the end of the day, Maui